What's up YouTube? Today we're going to do a hands-on test and review on Canon's 1.4x teleconverter Mark III. If you don't know what this product does, what it essentially does is it magnifies your lens's focal length times 1.4. They also have a 2x converter which doubles it, and the price of these are $500 a piece. I'm pretty sure Nikon, they both have 1.4 and 2x as well. But they're, I don't know what the price is, but you can check it out. And the pros and cons to these is the pros are $500, so they're way cheaper than buying a $2,300 lens or a $5,000 to $10,000 lens for those prime lenses that give you 400 to 300 focal length. And that's pretty much the pro side of it. And the con side is you lose a stop of light with a 1.4x converter, and you lose 2 stops of light on the 2x converter. And it slows down your autofocus on the camera and lens, and it degrades your image quality. And we're going to just do a test on the Canon 1DX and the 70-200 2.8 IS Mark II. I don't have the Nikon side versions of any of these, so I apologize. I'm sure there's tests with videos out there for those anywhere. You can check them out. But so here we're just going to test Canon's top-of-the-line sports camera body and their top-of-the-line 70-200 lens, and just put it on with all top-of-the-line gear and see how it tests in real-life situations. So way down over there, you can probably see it's my little brother, and he's gonna zigzag back and forth in good sunlight, and we're gonna have him zigzag back and forth, and I'm gonna track him and just shoot some burst shots off, and we're gonna check out the images afterwards. And then we're also gonna have him run straight towards me, kind of just like American football kind of feel to it. And we're gonna do the test with this on the 7200. And then also on a 400 prime, and the 400 will be the 400 2.8 IS Mark II. So again, this is all with top-of-the-line gear. And if you're looking into getting this getting the teleconverter for, say, like a Canon Rebel or a 60D or 60 or whatever, something that's like an entry-level camera body, and you have a cheaper version of the 7200, just know right off the bat it is going to be worse image quality. It will slow down your autofocus, and it will you will lose a stop of light. And the stop of light, if you have a 2.8 lens, it'll make it go to 4.0 aperture. If you have a 2.8, that is a stop of light. And then if you have a 2x converter, it'll make it go from 2.8 to 5.6. That means you can't go, your 2.8 lens turns into a 5.6. It can't go any lower than that when these are connected. So we're going to do the test right now with him zigzagging down the field, or down the street right here, and do some test shots of him zigzagging first, and then we'll do one with him running straight towards me. And as far as the settings go, we're shooting on full manual, and we're at 4.0. Our ISO is at 320, and we're at 1600 shutter speed. And the 1DX has different control over your AI servo, and if you guys are familiar with this body or the 5D3, they have the same layout, and we're using case 1, just so you guys know. That's the best one, I think, for tracking something that's just zigzagging or running straight towards you. Alright, we're all set, and let's do this. Okay, go ahead. Faster. Run towards me faster. Okay, so got those shots, just him zigzagging back and forth, and now we are going to do that again. We're going to make it go down to case 2, and what that does, it makes our AI servo track subjects and ignores possible objects that would go in front of him. But what it also does, it stays on him more. So with case 1, it's a little more sensitive to if I was to move over away from the subject on the focus point, it would go elsewhere. It wouldn't instantly go to something else. It now will just focus on case 2. It'll stay on him even if I accidentally shift over for a second. So let's do that again, but with case 2. All right, Caleb, we're gonna do that again, but run towards me more and zigzag less. Just like come closer to me faster. Okay? Yeah, like focus on running towards me, but at the same time, like zigzag left and right as you're running straight towards me. And like, yeah, just randomly, yeah. Okay. So here we go. Let's see what happens. All right, ready? Go ahead. Okay, so that was on case 2, and we focused more on him just running, but here and there just zigzagging back and forth. And now for this test, we're gonna shoot. We were shooting vertically for both these tests, which is just like this, and now which is portrait mode, and now we're gonna shoot horizontally, landscape mode. Okay, Caleb, same exact thing. I'm just gonna shoot horizontally and not vertically. Okay, one sec. Let's go back to case 1 for this, which is a little more sensitive to if the focus point moves over to something else, it'll instantly focus on that. Not instantly, but it's just not as, it doesn't wait as long to refocus. So case 1, landscape mode. All right, go ahead. Okay, so that was case 1. Images are coming out pretty consistent, I'm not gonna lie. Now keep in mind, again, the converter is on a pro lens, the highest in 7200. It's a 2.8 IS Mark II model. There's like 5 different versions of it. And with zoom lenses, a lot of people, they're known for not being as sharp as prime lenses. I'm not, a lens maker, whatever they're called, engineer, I don't know. But I don't know how it works with all that stuff. You can do research on your own. But from what I've been told and what I've known, to my knowledge, I could be wrong, you can correct me in the comments, but the zoom lenses are not as sharp and they're not as fast with the autofocus as primes. And there's always a debate with primes versus zooms, but I'm honestly, I go either way. So now we'll just do one more with him just running straight towards me, not even zigzagging, just a straightforward run. And first, let's just go to case 2 and finish this test. And I'm gonna shoot, let me see what I've shot so far. Oh yeah, I'm gonna shoot horizontally with case 2. Okay, Caleb. Ready? Go ahead, same thing, go.
You just want me to run, right?
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna keep track of these, and now we've taken all those tests with case 1 and 2. Those are the cases I usually use if you're using a camera body for Canon that has this feature. It's for the 5D Mark III and the 1DX as of now, as of this video. They'll probably come out with that feature for more camera bodies as they go. But now let's just do a test with the 1.4x Mark III converter on the 400 2.8 IS Mark II prime. And we're gonna give it a vertical test shot on case 1 first, and I don't know if you can see my brother, but he's even further because this turns a 400mm into a 560mm. And also, as you can see, the lighting has completely changed in a matter of literally just a few minutes. So this will be interesting, and we'll just see how it goes with shooting with this in shade. Obviously, we had to change our settings a bit. We're at 2000 ISO 4.0 at 1,000th of a second, and case 1. So here we go. He's gonna run straight towards me vertically. All right, Caleb, ready? Run straight, just straight towards me as fast as you can. Ready? Go. Okay, and that was, let me check it out. Wow. I'm like pretty impressed because I've had the converter for a while, but honestly I don't use it all that much, and before I bought it I was pretty hesitant because I knew that it made your image quality go down, but these are pretty impressive. We're in shade, so the lighting's not that great. He's got a jersey on just like a normal athlete would for a football game, which is good. And if you guys are wondering, for both tests I have the focus points on his chest where his number is, because that's where the most contrast is, which is usually where you want to keep your focus points at if you're photographing any sport. Their jerseys is the best spot. And as far as focus points go, I have, let me turn it on here. I have it on expand AF area, which means it has the one square, and then around that on the top, left, right, and bottom is little general ones that cover that general area. So that's what I'm using, just so you guys know, for both tests. So now we're gonna shoot the same thing, just let's go to case 2. And we're gonna shoot vertically again. Let me get a test shot to make sure it's still properly exposed. Yeah, we're good. All right, Caleb, same thing. Ready? Go. Okay, so that was case 2. Might as well do both cases just because they're most common used ones with what I do. And they're the most popular ones and I think the best ones. The other ones are kind of just really specific for specific sports. These are coming out great. I mean, you would assume they would with top of the line camera, body, and lens, but I apologize for not being able to test it on cheaper stuff. But honestly, the best way to do it isn't through a YouTube review. Honestly, just go borrow it from a friend or rent it. I don't have the 2x converter only because I know that it's not going to be as great. It's going to probably not be usable at all. I mean, something like that is used for an emergency only kind of thing. Like if you're going to be shooting with a 2x converter, you're on an assignment and you don't have a focal length that long enough to reach your subject, and I just find it like to me, for my personal usage, I don't need something like that because I've already got the 400 and I've got the 1.4. I think the 1.4 is the best bang for your buck. If you've got a pro lens and a decent body, it should be great. But just keep in mind, you are not going to get the same results you would get by buying like a prime lens. Even if it's the Mark 1s of the 300 and 400, those are great lenses. If you put the Mark 3 converter 1.4 on the older versions, you should get pretty similar results. They will not be as accurate with the autofocus. Just keep that in mind. You really just need to try it out yourself and just find out for yourself. So anyway, let's do this test. We're gonna go to case 2 and see how it looks. Actually, no, we already did case 2. We're gonna do case 1 and we're gonna shoot horizontally. All right, Caleb, same thing. Go run back a little bit further. Go back fast. Okay. Go. I'm gonna get an upper half body shot. Okay. Yeah, these are really, really nice. Okay, one more. Go way back. Keep going. Because now we're shooting landscape mode. He's got to go further back to get his head and toes in the frame without being cut off. So, going to case 2 now. And just remind you guys the difference. Case 1 is a versatile multi-purpose setting, and it makes the tracking sensitivity at 0. And it has a scale, like negative 1, 2, 3, just like the light meter. And case 2 just puts it back 1, and it continues to track on subjects, ignoring possible objects. Okay, go. All right, so that's it for this test. Kind of sucks that the sunlight went away and we were in shade, but it's a good test. If the images are looking really nice even in shade like this, so it makes it a little more difficult for the camera to focus properly. Yeah. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope it helped you guys make your ultimate decision on if it's worth buying it or not. My personal take on it, I love it. I mean, but that's with obviously the high-end 400, the newest one that Canon has, the highest end DSLR they have. Unfortunately, I'm not able to do a hands-on test with it with other ones, but I'm sure there's videos out there, or online blogs and articles or reviews on this type of setup with other camera bodies and with image previews, so you guys can check those out. But personally, I think it's worth it, and honestly, like I said earlier in the video, I was hesitant on buying it. I didn't think it was, $500 was worth getting it because I didn't know if it was going to be actually usable images for the type of stuff I'm doing. But in daylight, it's flawless. At nighttime, it can be difficult, and obviously when you have higher ISOs, you do lose image quality. But if you're shooting pro or college events, the lighting's good enough to where you can shoot with it, and I have done that before, and I have had no problems with it at all. The only thing that I can think of that it has issues with, obviously when the ISOs are higher, is you have a harder time getting a higher keeper rate with your images. But if you're patient and you're good with your camera technique and know what you're doing, you shouldn't have that problem, and you'll be able to get the shots that you want in time. And it's always going to happen even without it on. You will get shots that are out of focus. Having this on obviously will make that increase, but like I said, you can still get the shots that you need. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And as always, thanks again. I'll see you guys later.